Good day to you. Hope you're doing well. This is David Richard Allen, Balance of the Tribe, Body, Mind, and Spirit. And yeah, I'm running a little late today. I had some things going on, and then I had to wait till some machinery was finished going outside the window. Otherwise, it'd be quite noisy in here. So, part of kind of continuation from yesterday, sometimes we got the narrative and what we identify with. So, are you one of the people that says, I just can't lose weight? Or inches? Is that part of your narrative? Now, if you, as with anything, does not just this one here, if we tell ourselves a story enough times, we will start to believe it, and we will always, pretty much always find something to prove it's true. It's just like anything, with anything else. If you're saying, let's just use a real broad example. The world's a good place, the world's a bad place. Whatever you believe or tell yourself, you're going to find information to prove that, one way or the other. If you believe everything's bad, you're going to find information that shows bad. People are negative. People are doing bad things there. If you believe it's good, you're going to find the information that's good. There's good things going on, and things are happening for your benefit. Depends where your point of view is. But with, let's say, regardless of that, that's the way it is. And if we're talking about just with specifically the issue of I can't lose weight. Sometimes there's more issues underneath that than just the surface. There could be something from childhood. Maybe you were a big kid, or a pudgy kid, whatever you want to phrase it. And at times, depending on how old you are, what was available back then might be different than what's available today. But you might have been teased, no matter what you did, you're always a big kid, and then you might have used, there's a possibility that for some reason food was used as a coping mechanism. So you use that and got big and just got yourself large. But regardless of that, I don't like using the word but. It just kind of comes out because sometimes you say but, it negates what happens before it. Not what I'm trying to say. So let's look at it a little differently. Granted, if there's no legit medical reasons, do you have something going on with your metabolism? Is there an issue there? That's one factor. But if not, if you're healthy in that regards, let's go take place and look, what have you done? Now, if you're watching the past videos, you know, most diets actually do work, but most people don't work the diets. And that's just because for a lot of people, it's too strict for them to follow all the time. So let's start with just the basics. If you know what, even with, I guess, yeah, I had an idea of how I want to phrase this. Now I'm coming up here saying it's not quite coming to me. With food, let's start with the simples that you most likely know the things that are not in your best interest to eat. High-calorie foods, lots of sweets, any of those. And the main thing to look out for is the sugar. That's one thing you've heard me talk about before, is you really want to watch your sugar intake. It's not so much the fat, because there's cultures that have high fat and they don't have the issues that we have like in the United States. It's interesting, is a lot of the obesity and overweight issues didn't start coming about until the low-fat, no-fat craze. Well, you got to read the labels, because a lot of times they may take out the fat, but they'll put in the sugar, and the sugar causes more than anything else. So start with some very simple stuff. Start reducing the sugars. Watch your portion sizes, and get some type of exercise in. Just start there. Don't look, I'll give you one thing, don't look for the shortcut. Because in order for it to be a transformation, it's going to have to basically be a lifestyle change, which means you have to put in the time, you got to put the effort. It's not just going to, you can't just sit on the couch and eat just junk food and expect to lose the weight or inches. You got to put the time and effort into it. But start simple, something that works for you. That's the key factor right there. It's got to be something that works for you and that you're at least willing to do. Doesn't necessarily mean you like it a whole lot, but there's a difference between hating it versus not really liking it very much. If you got something you just at least don't like very much, at least you can tolerate that. I guess that's one way to put it. So start with the simple steps if you're looking to lose weight. Again, watch your sugar intake, watch the portion sizes, watch total calories. That's one simple place to do. And substitute maybe water for a soft drink. Just start there. And then exercise. Can you at least go for a walk? Whether that's a 5-minute walk, if that's all you can do, get some type of activity in. If you can spend 5 to 10 minutes, that is better than nothing sitting on the couch. Start there. And that's one of the big things. It's one of the things I emphasize as I've been talking about trying to get my group going up, which I'm going to be sharing information and I'm back working on that. Is the biggest emphasis is what I'm working with, even when I'm coaching, is you got to find what works for you. Because if you're told what to do, there's a good chance you're not necessarily going to go through and follow through with it. Or with diets, you're said, okay, you got to eat this, 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 and this, and you can't eat this. But you want to eat some of that over there, and you really don't like some of this here. That's normally why it's going to fail. Again, because people don't work the diet, because for a lot of people, it's just too strict. The main thing I want to emphasize here over and over again is you got to find what works for you. You're the expert on you. You're going to know things that you like. You're going to know things that you don't like. And you might have tried some things in the past. And you probably had at least some success. What are the parts you had success with that you enjoy doing, that you can at least factor into your life? Use those. We're not looking for something wild and crazy. We're not looking for little sexy, little crazy stuff out there. The basics. Just work with the simple basics. So again, I've mentioned this a couple times already in the video, but when it comes to food, watch your portion sizes, which is probably something you already know. But the question is whether or not you're actually going to do it. That's the difference. Just pay attention to portion sizes and watch the sugar intake. That's a couple big ones. And then as far as exercise, do something. Walking. If you can at least go for a walk, you can build up to what's called a ruck walk if you want to, which is where you carry like some weight in a backpack, or calisthenics. There's a way to be able to go through and do push-ups. Now, one thing I should have mentioned to this before I'm getting off track here is I should have started this video. Weight isn't the most important factor. Inches is, because your weight is going to fluctuate throughout the day, throughout the week. So your scale will lie to you on a regular basis. You want to actually look at losing inches. So I was going to, in my head, I want to say that when I started the video, I forgot it. So now, if you made it this far, I'm telling it to you now. The scale lies to you all the time. That's not a good thing. You want to look at inches. That's the best way to go through it. But so back to exercises. Push-ups. You can do push-ups against a wall. You can do them against a counter to make it easier. Squats. If doing regular squats, squat down to, I'm sitting on a chair. Squat down the chair. Stand up that way there. There's always ways that you can do something. And if you have a full 30 minutes to an hour to do exercise, great. If you don't have that, make use of what you can. You can practice throughout the day. But as I've already mentioned several times already, find the simple, basic steps that work for you and that you can fit into your life and easily incorporate. All right? So instead of rambling on anymore, there's Brett. Let me know your thoughts on that. I mean, can you factor that into your life? Will that work for you? Have you done something like that before? All right, so just let me know your take on that and let your thoughts on that, and we will catch you next time. So take care and balance into you.